Hi there, this is Aaron. Today is Saturday the 7th of January and it's day one of 2017 on the allotment. Well, it's been quite some time since you've seen a video from me. The last one that I did was my big scary Halloween pumpkin, and I really hoped that I was going to be able to make more videos, but everything just got so busy at work, and as I'm sure everyone knows, that when you've got to do the work, you've got to do the work, and other things have to take a back seat. So here we are with a brand new season. But really and truly, my season didn't start now. It actually started last year. And there's a couple of videos that I need to put together and show you what I've been getting up to. Now, what I'm hoping to do, and the reason that you haven't seen these, is to get a time lapse going, because so that I can show you sort of what I did then and how it is now. And that's the reason why you won't be seeing this for a little while. But hopefully it's going to make a good video, and hopefully it's going to show you what we've all been getting up to. So the first thing is that I wanted to get going with my garlic. Now, everybody that watches YouTube, and particularly anybody that watches Knockers Nocturne, anybody that watches Ian's channel will know that there is a particular variety that suits the UK very, very well, and it's called Solent White. Now, it's bred on the Isle of Wight, and it's designed so that it can take our damp winters. Now, it doesn't like wet, but it can cope with cold. And looking out of the window now, it certainly needs to. So what I did is I got some Solent White together. Now, Solent White, you may have noticed it when you cook with it, that the skins are very, very tight on it. And that is very typical of this type of garlic. The garlic that you buy in the shops has very loose skins around it. And it's a completely different type of garlic to Solent White. But the fact that it has quite tight skins is one of the reasons why it grows so well. So it can be a little bit difficult to prepare, but the flavour is absolutely stunning. Now, what I've done is I've taken some Solent White garlic and I've started to break the cloves up. And what I'm looking for are the biggest cloves, the biggest, most well-shaped cloves, so that I can put those in the ground. Now, a lot of people say, can you plant garlic that you've bought in the supermarket and will it grow? And the answer is, it might not. The point is that you don't know where that garlic's come from. Is it a British garlic? Is it British grown? Has it travelled hundreds of miles? Has it been a soft neck variety? Has it been a hard neck variety? You don't know any of these things when you buy it. And the only way to find out is put it in the ground and see. And if it does well, brilliant, it worked. And if it didn't, well, there's that. The point is that you don't really know. And so that's why I go for a particular variety that I know has been bred for UK environments and for UK winters. So we're sorted out, and I'd got about 42 cloves that I was happy with and that represented the biggest ones. So back in December, and it was about December the 20th, 21st, when I was up on the allotment, and this is the perfect time to plant garlic because it's the shortest day. And the saying is that you plant garlic on the shortest day and you harvest it on the longest day. So midsummer is when you pull it out, and midwinter is when you plant it. Now, of course, even in UK conditions, Solent White can't be wet. And so this is one of the main reasons why I was quite keen to do this year, because you can see I'm putting it into one of the beds that I'd already prepared last year using the wood chip. So this has got about 3-4 inches of year-old wood chip on it. It's actually older than that. And so what I wanted to do was to get it beneath the wood chip into the soil, which if anybody saw me preparing that soil last year, it is ancient manure. I mean, it's 10-year-old rotted manure that's been produced by horses and pigs and cows. It really is an amazing growing medium. And so when you've got stuff that's as old as that and as well rotted as that, you can plant directly into it. So the first thing to do was to set my line. I've got 42 of the cloves, and so that gives me 3 rows of 14. I have to confess that we are still using the garlic that I grew last year, and I grew last year, I think I grew about 50 cloves. So I'm growing a few less this year, and I think that as long as we use it well and use it wisely and we put it so that it keeps well, that it will last us throughout the whole of next year. Now, what I'm also hoping to do next year is to grow garlic enough of it so that I can actually save my seed for next year. I bought this seed, and I bought this from DT Brown, which certainly have never let me down yet with the seeds that they sell. And so some Solent white garlic that I thought was going to do really, really well. So first of all, and you can see what we're up to now, we're spacing the garlic out first of all. I've put my line down so that, and what I'm really doing, I mean, it's not exact, but I'm trying to plant them about 12 to 14 inches apart, and with about the same between the rows. So it's about sort of marking them down where they're going to go. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and with my little tool is to go down, just lift the wood chip back, put a little hole down, put the garlic in. So I've got my garlic, so the thing to do, and this was back on the 21st of December. So the saying is that you plant your garlic on the shortest day and you lift it on the longest day. So in theory that should mean that on midsummer that's the time for me to lift the garlic out. But to get it in the ground first, so what I did was first of all sort of block out where all the cloves were going to go, and I tried to get it so that they were sort of between 12 and 14 inches apart, and so that each of the rows were about the same as well. So I've got 14 in each row, so that's 42 garlic that I should have in total come the summer. But of course there's a lot that can happen since then. Now, I wanted to keep my garlic out of the damp. As I say, garlic really doesn't like wet. It can cope with cold, but it doesn't like wet. But actually, this is where I think the wood chips are really going to play to my advantage. Because, you know, as the moisture comes down, the rain comes down, the wood chips absorb all of that moisture. And so, I mean, I've tried this and I've lifted the soil up, and underneath it's moist, but it's not soaked, and it's certainly not compacted. So I think I've actually got a perfect growing medium there for garlic. So what I wanted to do therefore was to block it out and then get it in the ground. Now, the tool that I am finding most useful, and I didn't realise it was going to be this useful when I got it, is the Wolfgarten weeding tool that I've got, because it's perfect for scraping back, you know, like a knife with the wood chips. It also enables you to put, you know, a small hole through into the ground, so don't disturb the soil that much, and just sort of open it up a little bit so that I can drop the garlic in. And, well, see for yourself, this is how easy I thought it was. So that's my garlic in. Now, the question, of course, that was before Christmas, is how has it done? Well, I'm going to take the camera up and show you. So now you can see, and I've got little shoots of garlic coming through. They've survived the winter. If we have snow, that really might give it some issues. But garlic is a tough plant. It's designed to stand up to cold. It's just about keeping its legs out of water. And from what I can see, this looks to me as if I could have some good garlic this year, and I've got my fingers crossed that it could be the best garlic I've ever had. It's certainly the earliest that I've planted garlic. It's the first year when I've really been confident that I'm putting it into a very rich, loose, non-compacted growing medium. And it's the first time where I've thought, actually, yeah, it doesn't matter what the rain throws at it, I think it's going to be good. So fingers crossed for my garlic for this year. So that's it, my garlic is underway for the year. I've done it a little bit different to Ian, and I'm doing it different to the way that I did last year. Last year I did what Ian does, which is I start it off in little modules and then plant it out a little bit further in the year. But having looked up on Solent White, I think it is a resilient variety, and I do think it's going to do well. So through the season, I'll show you how it's doing. Thank you so much for watching. It's great to be back and with another season, and it's great to be getting back in touch with all of the other YouTube gardeners. I will see you next time on The Allotment. Goodbye.